That's bizarre. I got it up and running and it pulls up the page right away, but it shows 3 people. Gerald's not appearing on the screen, despite the fact that he appears on mine. Page right away, but it shows 3 people. There is my. It's not appearing on the screen.
That is most strange.
Because you don't have your camera on.
I believe in you, Gerald. I believe.
We just hear a disembodied voice.
I've made terrible choices in my life.
My levels in Rogue are showing.
Yes. I have taken levels in Rogue, audience, so you can no longer see me.
All right. So good news is, and I just wanted to make sure we can hear you. That's all that matters.
Yes.
So, hello. How is everybody this Monday evening? I don't know what state area you live in. Welcome back to Humblewood. We are crazy as always, and we're missing a few faces. A couple might pop on later. We don't know. And another person is working. So we're just going to keep it pretty chill and just continue anyway, because why not?
2 of our missing faces had one was being married, the other one was, I believe, very involved as well with that wedding. They are both likely recuperating, like, well, we'll take a nap before we have to do this, and then the weekend caught up to them and they may have passed out.
Which totally cool.
Which is fine. Getting married is hard work.
But yeah.
I did my makeup and everything.
You look awesome, by the way. I haven't said it.
You look fantastic. What technically, what color is your lips?
My lips are purple.
Purple. Okay.
Lavender.
Purple. It is NYX Liquid Suede in Sway.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's purple.
Purple. A lovely shade of purple.
I went out shopping for makeup yesterday and got fucking Bi Pride colors for my lipsticks. I got pink, purple, and blue.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Even though I'm not sure if I'm bi or not, I was just like, hey, Bi Pride, I'm gonna get it. Those who don't know, yesterday was National Coming Out Day, and your girl was having a day.
It was an eventful day.
Mm.
Obligatory noise.
Here's the thing when it comes to coming out. You never actually stop.
Yeah, it's
No.
true.
Once you start, forget it. You'll be coming out for the rest of your life. Moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our heroes here, our adventurers, spent more time in the Alderheart. They had a dinner meeting with Speaker Conrad, who explained that he's hopeful that they can go to the bandit outpost, and while peaceful means are always preferable, take care of the bandit issue. However they decide to do that, however, is up to them in the end. There's also a difference in opinion amongst the council as to what should be done in the current circumstances. I also took some time to get some shopping done throughout the town, pick up some important items, get more familiar with the newest members of the group, and are currently resting at the inn, getting ready to take the next step in their journey. So I guess we'll start with you guys waking up again the next morning, and what would you like to do?
I remember, I think I said last time before Zinzi's went to bed, she was working on her letter to her brother Finnick.
Yes.
Okay, in the past 2 weeks, I never actually brainstormed a letter, so I apologize.
Okay.
But first thing Zenzi's would do is try to get that letter delivered.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then she gonna go get her pancakes.
First the mail and then pancakes.
Yep.
Easily done.
Breakfast of champions. Well, Gerald is going to get all of his things together and head downstairs for his eggs and his steak and eggs.
Okay. Anything you wanted to do, Gwen?
Yes, sorry. Sorry, dude. I was pouring my cereal, my porridge for the morning. I'm just gonna look like that. Oh dear. I'll have my morning tea and greet Zinzi's, Gerald, and the rest of the crew politely, and maybe steep over some thoughts in my mind.
So quiet without the other three here.
Very quiet.
I know. And Brandon would like be talking our ears off by now.
All right. Well, I know we're not going to make this a huge thing today because we're missing so many people. But is there anything you guys want to get done today? Are you planning on starting travel today? Are you going to go visit one of the speakers? Are you going to what?
Didn't we still have to go talk to that dove lady?
What was her name again? Where did I put my notebook?
I think we still needed to go
Speaker
talk
Avery?
to her.
Speaker Avery? Is that her?
Yes, Avery.
Yeah, Avery.
I remember the name.
Yeah, because I already went back and talked to Conrad last week, the last session.
Yeah, and you guys talked to, well, Gwen talked to Red again.
Frey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Frey. I'm broken today. It's fine.
Can I just say,
We all are broken.
I still don't know the goddamn name of the bartender. And I wrote it down.
His name is Fenton. Every session.
Okay, to be fair, I forgot his name too. I just call him Louie from Beastars. That's what he looks like. He's the red deer Louie. And this is how you break a DM.
Oh my god.
This is how you get a DM to want to kill you.
Fenton is going to be.
I've
Fenton.
underlined it. It's on a post-it note on my computer. I'm still gonna forget, but
It's fine. It's just more hit points later on. It's fine.
okay.
Fenton's going to turn out to be the BBEG, and his conditions for him to surrender is, what is my name?
He's
we're all gonna
in your ass.
we're all gonna like
Still skin.
we're all gonna die. Uh,
The only way he backs down is if we get his name correct, and we don't know his name, so he just killed us.
It's like nope. No. It looks like it's a mass cast of just death. I cast death upon all of you.
All right. So yes, Speaker Avery offered for you guys to stop by at some point to possibly get supplies. You don't have to, but you can.
I mean, we shouldn't turn down extra supplies, should we?
Not really.
It could be
Might-
helpful, dear.
Might need something to. I don't have anything to carry them in yet.
Well, yeah, the big tall guy. He can carry stuff, and I point to whoever Brandon's character is. I forgot his name already.
Hey, no.
We have Anar.
Well, yes. Might be handy to find. if there was a proper enchantment or a more extensive magic shop, I've heard there are things like the bag of holding, but for much larger things.
Those exist?
Yes. It depends on where it comes from. I've heard there's multiple names. One of them, a handy haversack.
I thought those were smaller.
I'm not entirely sure. It depends on who makes them. I don't know.
You know, dear, we could probably go check out our. How do I put this delicately? Our brightly colored, mania-stricken weasel friend.
Oh,
Mad-
Sprinkle?
Yes, that's
I
the
know something.
Yes, the
A
mad
lot of
lad.
weird stuff.
He does, and he is very amicable to a good deal.
Amicable isn't a word I would use to describe him, dear.
It depends on what you're offering.
He seems easy to persuade. But just don't give him donuts. He hates donuts.
Good to know. Speaking of, I think I'll check in with Eliza before we do anything else today.
Okay.
If you care to join me.
Yeah, I can come with you.
I will venture down to the underbelly of this lovely city and see if I can't track down a weasel. If I got luck with him before.
Hey,
Okay.
do we want to just meet at Speaker Avery's after?
We can do that.
Okay.
Sounds lovely, dear.
I turn to the other half of our group who's not here. So what are you guys gonna do? Oh, you guys are gonna go down the fight pits? Okay, just don't die.
It's also advisable that none of you kill anyone in the fight pits. That's probably
Einar just
frowned upon.
goes, darn.
The other Red's agenda to drink and look snarky. A&R's agenda, be big.
Yeah, the other three are going to go off and do their own thing while you guys are doing yours.
Yeah.
All right. So, who all was going down to see Sprinkle?
Me.
Gerald is.
Okay. I didn't know if anyone else was going down.
Oh, Gwen and Zenzi's were gonna go see Eliza.
I'm
Gotcha.
also going to adjust my cloak of my cloak of many colors to be darker, so that I can blend in a little better with the seedy underbelly.
Okay. Well, I mean, you've been there before, so you know how to get there, and you show up, and you're outside of his tent. Do you go in?
After a deep breath, yeah.
Okay. So you go into the tent, and it is the same giant piles of chaos that you've always seen. And there, sitting in the chair, is the insane red weasel Sprinkle, who's just watching you as you walk in the door suspiciously.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll portent before I forget.
Oh,
They're
good.
very important, yes.
That could have saved me so much grief when I talked to Frey last time.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Okay. He'll enter in, kind of lift his head a bit. Sprinkle, lad.
I know you.
He kind of turns around and shows him the loot. You do. Show me this.
You're the song guy.
That'd be me.
What do you want?
See, me and my friends will be heading out of town soon.
Okay.
So we'll be needing lots of supplies, as you can imagine. And I'm looking for something like a bag of holding, but maybe a bit bigger.
I mean,
More wider, as it were.
I got this, and he pulls up like just a giant fucking jug.
Buy
But
the jug, motherfucker.
but is it magic though?
Takes it, holds it to his ear, and shakes it a bit. Yeah.
I would
Please
like you.
tell me it's an alchemy jug. Please tell me it's an alchemy jug.
I would like to use detect magic.
Sure. There's a lot of shiny shit in this fucking tent. There's a lot that looks like you think maybe it had magic, and then there's a lot that does have magic. The jug has magic.
Oh, what school of magic is on this jug? Because that is also a part of detect magic, and I love that.
I know, but I'm never good at remembering. What would that be? Conjuration? Transmutation? I don't.
It's a jug of alchemy, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh no!
The alchemy jug.
All right. I can look it up real quick.
God, what
For those
what a
watching,
hellish
I
creation!
started playing D&D a year ago. I'm still learning this shit.
That is perfectly fine, and you're already very good at it.
I know basic rules pretty well, but that's about it.
It doesn't really say what kind of magic it uses.
Exactly the problem I'm having. But I would
say,
conjuration.
wait, conjuration just like conjures shit, right?
It creates things, which is why I'm
I
thinking.
would say that's an alchemy jug because you whisper the word to the alchemy jug and it makes it.
Yeah, I'm imagining that it's conjuration.
2 gallons of mayonnaise.
Yeah, literally what it says it does.
Well, here's the thing. You can make the limit of each liquid possible a day. So after you summon the mayonnaise, you can summon the wine. But you can just, for like 7 days in a row, summon mayonnaise and open up a mayo cart.
And of course, you can make tea.
Or
I don't know.
fresh water.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't summon tea, but you can summon water for the tea.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant.
You can create honey to sweeten the tea. It makes a gallon of honey.
Hmm.
That would bring many bees.
Too bad we're not there, dear. I could get all the honey I need.
Make a investigation check.
Ooh, I have proficiency in that. Like decent proficiency in that. That's just bard proficiency. Investigation.
Oh, you can only produce 1 liquid a day. Okay, my bad. You can make 12 gallons of salt water. What the fuck? What do you need salt water for?
18.
Saltwater familiars.
18. Yeah, you know this is an alchemy jug. You do see laying around. There is a bag of holding. He's also got a couple. He's got 2 small vials just spewing out on the ground. He still has that flute that you guys have seen, and I mean, right now those are the big ones that he's got.
Interesting.
And then he's got another. Actually, he's got like a smaller bag that looks like patchwork, like a reddish patchwork fabric that's just kind of tossed over to the side.
Well,
Holding, not by much, but it's smaller.
Hmm.
And then make me an intelligence check, just for the hell of it.
Okay. Greatest. Well, I have a. For checks, I roll my modifier, not my throw. Right?
For checks, what?
For checks, I just roll my modifier.
Yeah, it's not a saving throw.
Okay. I've fucked that up before.
Understandable. It's easy to get them confused.
16?
Yeah, that's fine. Handy haversacks are smaller than bag of holdings
Okay.
because they're smaller pouches.
Okay.
There's more pouches, but they're smaller.
Yeah. He'll kind of look over the various things. He'll like pick up the haversack and the bag of holding. How much are these?
The other one is not a haversack of holding.
Okay.
Or it's just a small little bag.
I would still like to look at that small bag.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant that you thought it was a haversack. I'm just.
Oh no. He will definitely pick up the bag of holding and he will inspect the other small bag.
I have to repeat that. My computer decided to Siri me. I don't know why.
Or if you're running Windows 10, Cortana. Cortana, no, stop it. I will pick up the bag of holding and the strange other red satin bag to inspect.
Okay. Sure. So, like I said, the one bag, as you open it, you don't see anything in it, but if you like try to reach your hand in, it just keeps going, so you know it's a bag of holding. And the other bag is this small patchwork bag that looks like it's like a reddish brown color. And you open it, and there's these little tiny balls in it. These little fluff balls.
Huh. Any idea what this thing is?
Roll for sprinkle. Oh, yeah. And then he reaches over your shoulder. He has no sense of personal space. Just so you know.
I wouldn't assume so. He has no sense of space in general.
No. So he just like comes right over your shoulder and reaches in and pulls out one of the balls and it opens the flap of the tent and throws it out into the street, and it turns into a lion in the middle of the roots. Just appears.
Just a whole ass lion.
A whole ass lion.
Was that a good idea?
And the lion looks around for a while and then approaches you guys and gets really into your face and stops. And Sprinkle just goes and pats it.
Fucking bag of tricks.
That is surprisingly handy. How long does your furry, very, very large friend last? Once he's out of the bag.
Well, if you don't hit it, all day. It'll be gone by tomorrow. It's fine.
Hello, big. I think I have a beast speech. I think as a humble.
There's a difference between humble speak and speak with animals. Which do you got?
That is an excellent question. I am trying to determine that. I'm on my phone's version of the thing. Oh, I don't know. I can speak giant owl and thieves can't. I guess humble speak, but that isn't apparently Humblewood character doesn't come weird.
Like I said, there's a difference between humble speak
And speak with
and being able
animals.
to talk to animals.
That is entirely fair.
So you were going to try and touch and talk to the lion?
Well, I was thinking about it. I was gonna pat it as well. Like, just make sure if he's stuck with you, don't just make sure he doesn't eat anyone.
Oh, you're saying that to Sprinkle?
Yes.
He goes, it's fine. And moves out of the way and lets the lion just walk into the tent. There are some freaked out people staring at this in the street, by the way. There's quite a few who are just like not coming any closer.
Yeah, I was gonna poke his head out. Under control. Things fine. I think. Just pop his head back in.
Yeah, there's a few who are just like moving their children out of the way. Like it's a rough visage right now.
Okay, that disaster mostly avoided. So,
Yeah.
what is this thing called? I imagine it's not just called a bag of lions.
No, it's a bag of tricks.
So it's not always going to be lions.
Nah, it's not always lions. I mean, could be an owl. Could be a bear.
And I have no way of knowing what it will be before I use it.
Could be an owl bear.
Nah. But you can throw all three here, and he starts to reach for the bag that's in your hand.
I do not require demonstration.
I'm just imagining Gerald with owl folk summoning a fucking owl.
I really
Like, if that doesn't form an existential crisis, I don't know what will.
like I said, wild animals exist in this world. I think it'd be funny.
No, we're talking Mickey Mouse and Pluto here. That's the level of fucked up.
Kinda, yeah.
Second question. Is there a way to turn them back from an animal back into the puffball?
Now the puffball comes back in the bag every morning. It just appears.
I see. But I only have
Three balls every day.
I think I think I should have to take this, if nothing else, for moral ambiguity. How much do you say this would run me?
That one? 500 gold.
500. Dear me. Whew. Do I have 500 gold? That is an excellent question. I don't know if we've been paid recently. We've been spending a lot of money. I haven't spent too much. I might not have all that on me at this point. However, I have recently come into some very interesting items that after battling a great big bloody snake.
Hmm?
Indeed, I managed to salvage an eye and quite a few of its teeth.
Let me see.
You will very carefully take out the eye, which you probably take into a taxidermist after the events, just to make sure it's preserved.
It's been a couple days. You probably didn't find a taxidermist, but it's not so bad yet that it's gross.
Yeah, it's.
Fine.
I've taken what steps I could to preserve it.
It's it hasn't been that long. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. We're all good. He'll take out and show him the great big old giant snake eye.
Okay. And do you pull out the teeth?
Yeah.
All right. Just for the hell of it, make a persuasion check.
Having a bard make persuasion check.
Yeah, I know. I love when you go shopping. It's my favorite thing.
Oh, that's a 21. I rolled a 16 and I have a plus 5.
Yeah. Put down the eye. And how many teeth are you putting down?
We'll go. I think I got a total of 6. We'll put down 4, giving him one of the big ones, or like the actual fangs, and then 4, and then 3 of the smaller teeth.
Keep in mind, these are not small.
No.
It's a giant constrictor. So one of the big ones, and I mean, yeah, one of the big ones is probably like da-da-da. It's fucking big.
Yeah, so I'm only giving him 1. I mean, granted, he could probably make this tooth into a sword if he wanted to.
And that kind of is the impression you get as you put them down is, interesting take. Like he grabs it and is definitely holding it kind of like a great sword.
I mean, granted, if you get the right tools, that it could be exactly what you have there.
He kind of pays a
There are some very nice smiths in town. I know one up there in the Canopy district. Great big badger.
And he's just staring at this tooth. Fine. And he sets it down. Just that big?
Depends. Could all this also, if I give you the rest of the teeth, could that also procure me this little bag of holding?
This for those 2 bags, but also 50 gold.
Get the jug.
This 50 gold bags.
That's I'm not getting the jug yet. I will, however, tell you guys about the jug and give you the last teeth so you can pull some bullshittery.
You're not there. You're drinking tea.
He will dig into his pouch. He'll set on the 50 gold. That sounds like a wonderful trade.
Yes. Trade. Good. Leave. And he just starts like rubbing down the teeth and like then turns and starts like throwing through his boxes to find a jar to put the eye in.
You have a wonderful day. And he'll just
kind of leave.
Okay, I do have a question. Is the lion just staying with him or is the lion following me?
You took the bag, the lion starts following you out the door.
Oh, goody, this is gonna be fun to explain.
It just kind of looks at you and kind of like bumps you with its head.
He just kind of pats his head. Oh, come on, you buddy lummox. His whole head back up with the fucking lion. He's gonna show up to Eliza's. No, oh god, he's not going to Eliza. He's going to.
I'm so excited. I really can't wait. This is gonna be so much fun. Meanwhile, while this craziness was happening, what were you gonna do?
I'm so excited to get more knitting done today. What's on your mind, Zinzies? What do you have planned for the afternoon before we set out?
Not really sure. Maybe make sure the twins stay out of trouble.
Oh yes, I'm going to talk to Eliza about our excursion, if you will.
All right.
Are you guys going straight to Eliza's? Did you want to see the speaker today or no?
We're gonna go to the speaker after we visit Eliza, and we're gonna meet Gerald there.
That's right. Okay, cool.
Oh, are there any pastries left from yesterday?
You bought like 3
We bought out the entire shop, man.
I mean,
Yes, and
3 dozen. If you don't have pastries left, I would be worried for your health.
but then, hold on, there's 6 of us, and then Eliza and is it 4 kids or 3 kids?
It's 4 kids who all were given their own boxes.
Okay. Oh god, diabetes. All right, then yeah, we'll just go straight there.
Okay.
Unless Cincy wants to go anywhere else.
No. I'd already done my task for early that morning by sending my letter out.
Okay. Gwen will write a letter when she gets to Eliza's after she makes the tea.
Okay. Are you writing to?
I'm actually writing something for Eliza. Since we'll be departing, I want to have a contingency plan if we are not able to make it back.
Okay. Whatever you write out to her, just let me know. Write it out and send it to me or whatever.
Yeah, I can do that. But yeah, I'll make tea. I'll cast tea time.
Okay.
And give that to Zinzies and myself.
Okay. So remind Zinzies what that entails.
Since we may be leaving today, dear, I made a special brew of tea.
Oh, really?
Yes. And so she hands you a cup, and it's different. The tea inside is different than the ones that you've seen before. There's sort of like a, let me think. It's almost like a rose that like sort of blooms completely.
Ooh.
And then it sort of just shimmers different colors.
Oh, pretty.
And then as you drink it, you feel your like vision and your.
Oh shit! I just got drugged.
It's like the opposite of getting roofied. Like instead of like everything getting blurry and hazy and like drowsy, you get like everything is like clearer and like you're more honed in on stuff. It gives you advantage on wisdom, perception, and intelligence investigation checks, and also initiative rolls.
I gotta make a note of all that.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it.
Yeah, send me a picture of it. Thank you. I can see everything.
I can see clearly now. Oh.
No, like Zinzi's have you ever seen like a cat when their eyes go wide because they see like the Christmas lights? That is Zinzi's right now.
Oh my god.
I can see everything.
It's a little blurry, but I can see. I can't believe that in 2020 that guy died. That's just so sad.
Which guy?
The guy who's saying I can see clearly now.
Oh shit.
And we also lost the guitarist for Red Hot Chili Peppers today.
Today?
What the fuck?
Jesus H. McGillicuddy.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Yeah, Zinzi's is cat mode now.
Cat squirrel.
Squirrel.
Oh, alone in the world is a little cat squirrel. So Gwen is just sort of like, her beady eyes just like look a little bit glossier, and that's the only difference you can see. But then this is when she'll ask Eliza if she can use the study upstairs for a bit. Is Ramona around?
No, none of the kids are actually around right now. If you ask Eliza about it, she tells you that they had a play date. Or three of
I'll
them, and
make
Ramona supervising.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make her some rose hip ice. Not iced tea, but like rose hip tea.
Okay.
So it's similar, but not the same as the stuff that we had.
Thank you so much, Gwen. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem, dear.
All right.
I'm glad I muted.
All you guys are wanting to do for now, we can skip ahead to when you go to Avery.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that sounds like
Just
fun.
keep an eye on the twins. Make sure they don't cause a ruckus.
They're not around. They're actually at a play date. And Ramona's
Oh.
down there. Yeah. None of the kids are around.
Well, okay, Zinzi's is focusing on like every fucking speck of dust that she can now see.
Oh, she's gonna have something to see.
The whole way over to the base of the bows, which is
Yeah.
where Avery lives. Now, Zinzi's and Gwen, you've had the tea. You can see so much. And you're waiting outside the gates of the bows. There's members of the perch guard there watching you guys. And you can see it. You know what? Fuck it. Roll a perception check. It's going to be a low ass DC.
Oh man.
I have been muted.
Those can be shit.
I want you to know I have been muted, cackling madly for the last like 5 minutes.
You have advantage. You have advantage because of tea time.
I rolled
Please roll one again. 10 plus shit fuck.
my total.
What?
11 and what?
8.
Total?
I rolled a 3 and a 4.
11. We didn't see, did we?
And colors and colors and
Oh, you do.
colors and
I
Don't
can
wait for the guard. Not paying attention.
colors.
And you hear one of the two members of the perch guard who is there that's as you're waiting go, holy shit, and start reaching for their their sword.
No.
Around
It's
to
fine.
Gerald being followed by a fucking lion.
I pull out my guns.
Yeah.
Don't shoot it. It's technically mine.
Oh dear.
Yours,
Good news.
what do you mean yours.
Okay, first of all, valid question.
Gerald, we already adopted a bear. We don't know.
I understand. This one doesn't talk though. Okay, so I went to see
There's a
Sprinkle.
low rumbling growl from behind Gerald.
Oi, oi, oi! None of that. None of that. Behave yourself. So, I went to see Sprinkle. Good news. I found a bag of holding. Also good news. He also found a little what's called a bag of tricks. It's got 3 of these fuzzy balls in it, and they can turn into stuff. One of them apparently being that. I don't know how to summon it without hurting it, and I really don't want to hit it. And because he's a good boy, he's a big growly boy, but he's behaving himself.
He kind
Hey,
of
is
like
he-
nudges and rubs against you like a cat does, which
He's good.
almost knocks your ass over, by the way.
He's just like,
are tiny compared to this motherfucker.
His thing can eat you in one bite.
Yeah.
This is a big fucking- he just kind of ruffles his mane, giving him the good scratches. Yeah, yeah. So I'm stuck with him for the rest of the day. After which he will turn back into a fuzzball, back into the bag.
Oh dear, you're such a cute little fuzzy, aren't you? And she like starts scratching the lion under the chin.
Oh yeah, he loves that. He does that like. Have you seen a lion get scritched? They do that like.
And then, like, eyes closed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what the spell is that's on this bloody bag of tricks, or what exactly it does. However, I have it now, and this might be useful, especially if it turns into the lion again. Apparently, it can be anything. It can be a bear, an owl, which would be a bit of a trip for me, to be honest. But for now, it is one of them is a lion. There are 3 of them. I can use 3 of them within a day. Also handy, what is the bag of holding, which is what I went down there for. Other thing he had was a some sort of jug of it was a jug of alchemy.
Hmm.
I couldn't talk him into that though, although I did finagle him with my various bits of giant serpent.
Well, perhaps I'll have a chat with him before we leave.
If you want to do that, I will give you one of the other 2 of their, even the smaller teeth are big enough to be used as weapons. I'll give you those 2 so that you can barter with them properly. I have plans for the last big tooth.
Oh, Gerald, you're too kind. And she scritches Gerald under the chin.
He has a brief moment where he kind of just like he wants to be mad. But he's just like, let's just accept it. I can't be mad at her.
They do pat you on the cheek, but owl faces are like a little bit flatter, so it's
He's a barred owl. His face is exactly flat. His face is almost concave.
yeah. She can't pinch her cheeks, so she's got to improvise.
That's fair.
So
Perhaps-
Gerald,
Oh,
Yes.
sorry. Perhaps we should maybe meet with Speaker Avery without the lion.
yeah, Gerald, I need you to make a persuasion check with disadvantage to persuade the guards to let the fucking lion past.
I don't know if I'm. Oh, bloody hell!
I can be important now because
You remembered. Well, I'm good at the persuasion. So if my thing would scroll
I
properly,
think you normally have advantage on persuasions, or no?
let me check.
If you normally have advantage, then it would just be a flat roll. In which case, I could give you a 20.
I don't think I have advantage. I don't think I have advantage yet. Not sure.
I think Brandon might actually be alive.
Yeah, he just texted me.
Yeah. Okay, that's not too bad. All right, my highest was an 18.
Highest was an 18.
Yes.
What
No,
was-
no, disadvantage. 16.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah. It's
hold
yeah.
on. I can change their roll to a 12.
You didn't actually need to. So save it for now.
Okay.
Because they're more. While originally they were going to stop you, they realized that meant that they'd have to keep the line with them, and they didn't do that. So yes, your 16 still succeeded. It beat their 15.
Oh, I just barely made that.
Just barely made that.
Oh, yeah. He's just like, look, I will keep him outside of Lady Avery's home. I'll make him sit outside like a good god lion.
Just
Yeah.
just take it.
Okay, all right. Well, that's what's gonna go on then. Thank you very much. Bye.
Don't let it eat anyone.
He hasn't yet. I'm doing good at that. He hasn't tried yet.
Gwen's gonna keep scritching his like mane as they're walking, and she's like, "We need to come up with a name for him."
Zinzi has put her guns away, but she does not take her eyes off the fucking lion that could eat her in one bite.
Oh, Gerald looks exacerbated. Like, how? So
She's
I
just
thought-
like,
I thought after I took the bag, it would go away. I was mistaken. Now it likes me.
Gerald, I just realized that I could use Animal Messenger with your bag of tricks creature.
Oh,
it's just
good.
a nearby creature, so we can be like, lion delivery.
Oh, God.
Gram.
So, Lady Avery's house.
Yes. You guys don't really know where it is. You always had the guards show you where it was, but they weren't going near the lion. So how about you all make me make intelligence checks or investigation checks? Let's make it. See if you can figure
Investigation.
out which
Good.
one it is.
I'm good at that.
Advantage.
wait, it's with advantage?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know if I need advantage, but
15.
Possible.
25.
Okay.
And my lower one was 24.
Damn.
I'm level 4. I have a +7 to my investigation.
And Gwen, what did you get?
9.
9?
9.
All right. So Gwen starts heading the wrong way for a while. And Zinzi's and Gerald kind of like snag her, like, no, and point out there's actually as much as what you can get out of a tower built up in the boughs here. It looks like it's actually carved out of one of the branches that was mostly upward. And little windows have been carved all along all of the sides. And you figure that this is probably where she lives. Do you approve?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to step back and just let Gerald approach because he has a fucking lion with him.
Yeah, I should probably announce that ahead of time before everyone. It's a fair point.
Oh dear.
All right.
I
So-
will go in and knock on the door, however that may be done.
Okay. Yeah. So you knock on the door, and after a few minutes, a young-looking hedge opens the door, and she opens the door and says, "Can I? Oh my God!" It starts to back up.
Yeah, don't mind him. He's fine. My name is Gerald Nightfeather. I believe we are expected by the lady of the house. He's not expected. Just to let you know, I'm going to have him sit out here.
Okay. I'll come on in. She kind of like opens the door, but she's also kind of like hiding behind the door.
That's entirely fair. He's going to look at the lion. All right, you sit out here. Do not eat anyone. If you manage to do that, I will get you a nice juicy steak. You know if you eat or not.
Gwen is going to have her lightning bug familiar sort of like fly out from like her quills and just sort of like boop right on the lion's nose and just like hang out with the lion.
At first, it does the kind of like, it's, how do I explain it? You know when they start to do like that, like the one jaw starts to lift up, like they're trying to eat the thing that's on their nose. It's kind of like when you put a piece of cheese in a dog's face and they immediately get like all jout. They're like, "Arr." But they don't take it off. He kind of does that for a little bit and then just settles with it and goes and lays down.
What about the cat with the petunia on its head that just goes,
And boil
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are led in
Mm.
to a nice sitting room. It's very, very, it's very nice in here. So when you went to Speaker Conrad's house, it was very nice, but it was very understated. This is elegant. This has, it's very earthy elegant, I should say. The walls are still the interior of the wood that's been carved. They're beautiful, like painted vines that twist up. You see some artwork on the wall. It's gorgeously done. It's lots of greens and yellows and earthy dark browns and stuff like that as you enter the interior. And after a couple minutes, Speaker Avery does come down and looks over you all and says, "Oh, well, I'm glad you decided to come by. It's nice to see you all."
Nice to see you as well.
Yes, always a pleasure.
Gerald, the look on Gerald's face, you can see, is just like, what the fuck have I got? This is like, what the fuck has my day been? Look on his face.
Are you trying to hide that expression or no?
No.
Okay.
Wait, we left the lion outside?
Yeah, we left the line. He's currently taking a nap on the lawn.
Technically, he's not alone. There's a firefly with him.
Yeah.
And Gwen will periodically spend a few seconds like tuning into the firefly just to like
Keep an eye on the lion. Like, is he
Well, yeah.
still there?
and to keep an eye on the people around just so people don't like
It stays there. Not only does it stay there, it almost seems like it's napping. I don't know if you've looked up the bag yet or not, Gerald. But the creature is friendly to you and your companions, and it acts on your turn. You can use a bonus action to command the creature. Command the creature moves and what action to take in its next turn. So it actually understands you, even though you don't understand it.
Okay.
But I mean, it might take you a little while. Ooh, we have a Brandon.
Ooh.
That. So he should be popping on in a second, I'm sure.
Okay.
I press the admit button. There we go. Hey.
Sorry.
Oh, you're
and
we figured you probably were tired after such a long weekend.
Oh yeah, it was a long weekend.
Can you confirm that Mitch is still alive?
Mitch is still alive, yeah.
Okay, good.
I mean,
We weren't sure. We weren't sure if you were both going to make it out of the weekend.
no, I'm fine. I have a cheat to say this, but I did set an alarm for 1:30, and I think I just like bulldozed straight through it. Like,
Oh, that happens. You're good.
No, don't worry
I do
about
my
it.
alarms all the time.
speaking of alarm,
We're happy you could join us.
yeah.
Oh, good.
So,
But I mean, we just summoned a lion, so
yeah, so Einar, you spend part of the morning doing your own thing, are in the process of walking up to Speaker Avery's tower, where your friends have decided to go, and outside the door is a lion.
A whole ass lion with a
Not-
tiny lightning bug on its nose.
Not a humanoid lion, like an actual lion.
alrighty.
And it's just kind of sleeping in the branches.
For the record, this one is a rust bag of lion. You said it was reddish color.
Yeah, it's the rust bag of tricks.
Okay, rust bag of tricks. Yeah. So essentially, I'm able to roll a 1d8 and summon some sort of creature that
Yes.
is friendly to us, and yeah, different stats. I had to look up the actual stat of the individual creature. But,
When you pull up the bag of tricks itself, it's very easy to just flip through and see the stats of the creatures.
okay.
Alrighty. I don't think I'd really pay much mind to it. I'd kind of look at it like, oh, Now
Yeah.
just like step over it.
It's just like, yeah.
All right, so you are led in the door by a slightly unnerved-looking hedge and brought to the room where Zinzi's and Gerald and Gwen have actually just seen the speaker who has just come downstairs. So you're not actually late to this party at all.
Awesome.
Ah, Einar, good to see you. The lion outside is mine. I don't know what to do about this, but he's sticking around for the day.
I thought it was a rug.
Well, it's a rug that could probably... Oh, I don't even want to think about what that thing could do on its own. But it's
Eat me.
it could, but it won't because you're my friend and it knows you're my friend. It's friendly to us, that much I've learned, and it knows what I'm saying even if I can't talk to it. So it's not gonna eat you.
I don't trust it. She says as she carries a fucking gun that's a trumpet.
That's actually fair. I still don't know exactly how it all works, but we'll figure it out.
Einar's just going to kind of like, as usual, and then just like slump into a chair or slump into some kind of seat somewhere.
This is a sitting room, so there are seats around. There is that moment where you hear the and you all wonder, but it survives.
I try to find a chair that has like the fluffiest pillow on it.
They're all very, very plush here. It's very nice. She ends up having a seat as well, and then
It's so hard not to nest right now.
yeah, so the speaker I'm trying really hard. And the speaker ends up having a seat and turns to you all and says, well, I know I've offered you all some sort of aid as you go forward. Do you know what it is you might be looking for that I could help you with? Is there anything in particular, or?
Well, had given the thought to some manner of transportation that can handle all of us.
The transportation would be helpful for a certain point, but when you start entering into the mountains, a cart or horses aren't really going to get you very far. You'll be on foot at that point. But it can be arranged.
Could do.
Better than walking all the way.
That's
So gonna have a hard enough time walking up to the mountains. Even with the paths that I know. It's still rough terrain.
My dear, I have a question, and it may seem a bit odd.
certainly.
By the way, do you have any tea?
Oh, yes, of course. And she kind of like makes a motion. And you'll notice that another hedge, it's not the same one, but familiar or familial between the two of them, does come out with a tray of tea and a bunch of different types of biscuits that are all placed on it and sets it on the table in the middle. And she also makes another motion with her hand, and you see a mage hand go over to a table nearby, and she continues the conversation with you.
Now, this is exceptionally, what's the expression? Right field, but would it be possible to take Frey with us? I believe she's the only one who would have enough information for us to successfully navigate the bandit camp and their operation.
Your goal is to take her with you.
I understand that you guys want to punish her, and I get that. I've spent a few days talking with her, and while I haven't really gleaned much, she seems to have lost most everything she cares for, so I don't know how much help she'll be here. And you can't really punish her more than she's already punished herself.
Lindsay's kind of shoots a glare at Gwen.
They also might be amicable to an exchange, agreeing to a peaceful meeting if we return one of their captains.
Trust me, dear, I know how much the bandits have taken and the cost of their actions. And she sort of like wiggles her like wedding band a little bit. But as I'm sure you're aware, diplomacy has its place, and I feel that if we give Frey a chance, she may be able to redeem at least a little bit of what she's taken from the world.
Make a persuasion check.
I am going to use portent.
You haven't even rolled yet.
I know. I want to risk it.
Roll first, and maybe you'll be fine.
I doubt it very much. I'm just saying. I still want to take the 20. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
So a 20 with my persuasion is only 22.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. She kind of takes a moment to size you up and down and look at everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of sighs for a bit and goes, I will need to have a conversation with a couple of the other speakers to see whether or not we can release her, but honestly, I think that's actually a rather good idea. I do warn you, releasing her into your custody would put you, I mean, you'd have to just be careful watching over.
Oh, understandable.
Einar's just going to chuckle at the idea of like having to be careful around somebody. Like,
At this point, Zenzi's tail is like fluffed up and like she looks agitated.
Yeah.
At the thought of Frey being released and traveling with them.
Gwen is gonna sort of notice this, and just sort of like in that motherly way of like, you have to eat your broccoli because it's good for you. Just like reassure, like, Cindy's dear, I know that we almost lost you to her, but perhaps you can take the opportunity to return the favor if she gets out of hand.
Why should I?
Well, think about how many people we could save from harm if we can come to terms with this, if we can successfully execute this plan.
Zenzi's gonna walk out of the room.
it's nothing to worry about. I will protect the little one.
No,
And
she
if we-
walks out of the room as you're speaking. She's not listening to any of you.
He's not speaking to anybody in particular. He's just like making his point on. If we do not execute the plan, I will execute the thing.
Yes, but hopefully it won't come to that. I don't think I've shared this with you guys, but my husband was killed by bandits long ago, and I lost so much more than just him. I still think this is the best plan we have. Unless anyone else has other ideas.
It's not the usual kind of plan I would go with. Where I'm from, we would charge in. We would take them all. But if you want us to do this sneaky way of the small ones, then who am I to say no?
Oh, I know. My dear, we have no idea how many people we're facing or what we're even up against. Any knowledge would be helpful. But I appreciate your enthusiasm.
If nothing else, the chance to see her little ones again might be enough for at least her to not make too much trouble.
Agreed. And maybe she'll be able to keep them out of this lifestyle.
I understand Zinzi's anger.
Oh, so do I.
You won't be surprised, Gwyn, but I considered the same option. But if I had proposed it, I doubt it would have gone over any smoother.
Well, given your background, I dare say. I understand your hesitation. Speaker Avery, dear,
Yes.
how successful do you think it would be in convincing them to let her go?
Let me see if I can remember. This is the DM speaking. A certain person's name. Just in a second. Da-da-da-da-da.
Fenton is
Just
Fenton.
to,
Is it Fenton?
It's not
Can I-
Fenton. I remember
just-
his name. Because
can I
none
just
of you ever do.
can I just double check? Are we still level 4?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Awesome.
She just kind of gives like a very gentle smile and goes, work can be difficult, but he is reasonable. I'm sure I can convince him of this. If this is truly what you want to do, it does sound like certain members of your group are a little skeptical.
Oh, yes, we'll have to check with Red and fuck, what is his name? Other person's name who I can't remember. What is his name?
Gallon.
Gallon.
Gallon. Whatever.
And if Zinzi's can come up with an alternative, I would be happy to hear it. But unfortunately, desperate times.
Well, in the meantime, and she kind of makes another gesture, and the mage hand brings over a letter that's been sealed and stamped, and she hands it over to you, Gwen, and says, "This should at least help you get some transportation down at the route for at least as much of your journey as you can go by cart." Just
Every time the mage hand moves something, Einar watches it like with a kind of really wary expression on his face, like, not sure about that.
Oh, thank you, dear. You're too kind. And your tea is lovely.
Why, thank you.
Are these biscuits homemade?
Unfortunately, I don't have time for such things, but many members of the staff here actually.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm not opposed to getting my hands a little dirty. And she nudges Speaker Avery's sort of arm. I'll speak with your staff if you don't mind me getting the recipe from them, if they're willing to share it.
Oh, certainly. I'm sure they won't mind at all.
Oh, you're a blessing, dear.
Now, other than this, was there any other sort of supply that you were hoping for? I do have in crafts a number of magical items here in my free time.
Oh, well, perhaps a biscuit recipe and maybe something else.
She'll actually stand up, and then she'll tuck first into the room where Zinzi's is and say, if you were at all interested, I have some magical items and some potions that you and your group might be interested in the travel if you would like to come see.
Yeah, just give me a moment.
Certainly, we will be just up the stairs. And then she'll go back into the room and then lead the rest of you guys up. It's kind of like a spiral staircase, and up in the second room, it looks like there's just a series of different displays, like display cases. I've been playing Skyrim a lot and remaking my house.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
So like when you make the house with all like the different supply cases and the cabinets, it's kind of like that with the wall hangings and shit. So
Yeah.
she pulls you up into this room and says, I certainly have quite a few of these. And then she'll go into off on one of the sides. She opens one of the cabinets and pulls out 4 little bottles with a familiar red swirling liquid. It says, these you most definitely can take with no charge. It's 2 regular healing potions, 1 greater healing potion, and 1 superior healing potion.
Do we have a healer in our party?
You've got Gerald.
Gerald? Okay.
That is about it.
Yep, that's
So potions are definitely needed. So I have very limited options on my healing.
It's dangerous to go along. Take
Take
these.
this. Take these. Exactly.
now, Miss Speaker Avery, I don't want to leave you without such wonderful, wondrous items. Are you certain that you're willing to part with these?
These absolutely. Like I said, I make these myself in my spare time. And if it comes to any of these particular items, I don't mind if you borrow them for a period of time, or a nominal purchase would be fine.
Hell yeah, I'll have a look.
Okay. So looking around, just for the hell of it, make a perception check for anyone who wants to.
Boom. Boom. Sounds great to me. That dice fell.
Why? 14.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a 13 on the die. Go to my perception. 17.
Okay. Did anyone else want to roll a perception around the room?
I will.
Lindsay's hasn't head upstairs yet, so no.
Okay.
That's a natural 20, 24.
Shit. Okay.
The digital roller likes me.
Yeah. Looking around the room, basically, if there's any +1 weapon that you guys are interested in, you will find that here. She has an assortment of different wands. She's got a couple other potions. There's another one of those bottles that's sitting there, or yeah, there's at least one other little bottle that's sitting there. It looks empty, but if you pick it up, you can hear something sloshing around inside of it. With a natural 20, Gerald, you know that's a potion of invisibility.
Ooh.
There's also a container that's black, and it seems like kind of sludgy when you kind of shake it around. It's an oil. It's a weird oily substance. You specifically, Gerald, see a necklace that has a amber amulet on it. And what was the other thing? There's a couple of wands laid out and a circlet and a cloak.
Glenn
I
would like
would.
the wands and the circlet and the necklace.
Okay. Do you want to make an Arcana check on these?
Yeah, I can do that.
Can I use detect magic?
Yeah.
And then after doing so, assist Gwen in identifying the things, so
Okay.
that she will have advantage.
Wait, hold on. I have identify as a ritual.
Okay.
Okay, that works too. Never mind.
Does the speaker not know what these things do?
She's just led you to the room. You guys haven't actually asked her what any of these things are.
Yeah. Gwen will ask with what each item is, and if she doesn't know, then she'll cast identify as a ritual, which takes 11 minutes per item.
Well, she made them, so she knows what they are. First, there are the 2 wands. The first one is the Wand of Entangle.
Okay.
The second one is a Wand of Magic Missiles.
Ooh.
The black container is oil of slipperiness. The circlet is a circlet of blasting. And the cloak is a cloak of protection.
Did you say there was a necklace also?
Yes, it is an amulet of warding.
Speaker Avery, you are very talented. This is very fine craftsmanship.
Well, this is, in fact, my specialty. I studied it for quite some time.
Would you, this may be bold of you to ask, would you be able to provide similar enchantments on an existing item?
How do you mean?
These weapons, I've used a bit of spell, I can see magics. These are slightly enchanted to be sharper or more deadly. Would you be able to do one on an existing sword?
I can certainly enchant a blade that you already have. It might take me some time, but it can be done.
Ballparking around how long would that take? For, say, a short sword?
If I get some of the staff to help me, a day would be fine, I'm sure.
He will, if I am to choose only one, I would honestly prefer that. He will sort of unhook the captain's short sword and hold it out. I have plans for this weapon, but a simple enchantment, making it a bit more usable, making it a bit more effective would be fine.
Certainly, I can help you with that.
Are there any firearms on the wall of weapons?
No. They are not very common on the interior of the Humblewood.
Yeah, I figured.
Found them from a crazed weasel
And a random mawpock.
and a sailor.
A sailor, yeah.
Sarah, sorry to bother you. What was the necklace again?
The
Warding.
necklace is it's I said warding, but it's the amulet of proof against detection and location.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's
Red
very
one.
uses.
Are there any suits of are there any like shields or I know you said there's like weapons. If there's a weapon that we want, there's a +1 version here.
If
But
you're
I'm
looking for like a +1 shield,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you can probably find one of those here.
And do we only get one, or can we buy multiple from her?
You can be lent one. If there's anything else you want to purchase, you can.
Okay, well, it's actually part of my race here that I would refuse to take discounts on anything and would seek to pay openly. So, yeah, I'm gonna like kind of like with a rather discerning eye, because he is a smith. They look at a shield and then look at a maul as well, and then like point to both of them, and then just kind of look towards her and be like, "How much for these?"
Oh, good.
There's uncommon item. Yeah.
1 million. Hello, Chess.
Are you looking for both of them?
Yes, they are of sufficient craft.
I appreciate your vote of confidence. Let's say 400 gold.
Ooh, a steep price indeed. Yeah, cool. I'll bankrupt myself. Let's do this. I just kind of like I would kind of glance back at them, and then like, okay, and just takes his full coin purse off his belt and drops it.
How much was it?
400 gold
For both to get combined.
Okay.
for both combined, right? Awesome.
Because you guys are doing them a huge fucking favor by going out and dealing with this. Is actually really crazy discounted because
Yeah.
uncommon items are usually worth 500 gold pieces each.
Give or take.
Yeah, I don't have that fucking money.
Yeah, I'm now literally at 0.
I'm going to pick up the wand of entangle.
Okay. And like I said, if you're looking to just borrow these, there's no cost. But if you guys are looking to purchase them, that's when there's the cost.
I'm just going based on what the race is like and what the character's like.
Yeah.
I don't think borrowing's really a thing.
Totally makes sense.
This is a plan to go with this group on an adventure far away. Like, I have no idea when I will be back.
How much will you take for this, dear? She sort of shows the wand of entanglement.
Are you looking to keep that one as well?
Well, it is very well crafted. You, as I said, it does look like something that could be useful for me.
Well, then I don't see why 200 seems fair.
It's a bit beyond my price range here. Perhaps I will just borrow it if that's all right.
Certainly. And if you can afford it down the road, then just let me know.
Of course, of course. You're too gracious to let us try before we buy.
Well, you are doing us quite the favor by speaking with Benna in the way that you are. Our home could use a little more calm times to deal with what's ahead.
Yes,
Unity.
yes, I agree.
And I was just kind of like making sure the shield fits on his arm, loosening the straps as far as they'll go.
I think at that point, Zenzi's finally heads upstairs.
Okay.
Einar is happy his little mouse friend is back.
Squirrel, but yes.
Squirrel friend. Squirrel friend. Hey, squirrel friend.
You call her a mouse, she will stab you.
I mean, would he feel it? Hey. Yeah, but Einar is notably happier that the little squirrel is back. He likes the little squirrel.
I was just telling your friends that if you're looking to purchase something, that can easily be arranged. But honestly, I think you guys could just borrow some of this for what you're dealing with ahead. I have plenty here.
What exactly is left?
There is the oil of slipperiness, the potion of invisibility. There is the circlet of blasting, the cloak of protection, the amulet of daringness.
Yeah.
So fucking long of a name. And if there is a +1 weapon that you're interested in, she has those.
I'm trying to look up stuff. D&D Beyond's being slow.
Very slow. The homebrew creator went really, really slow today.
Hmm?
The homebrew creator was incredibly slow today on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just packs up.
I think Zenzi's will take the cloak of protection.
Okay.
Because she's a little squishy still.
Okay. Are you looking for purchasing it, or are you looking just to use it?
How much is it purchasing it?
It'll be 200.
I'll only have 181.
Gwen can loan you money if you want.
Zenzi's is not going to accept anything from Gwen right now.
Okay. But Gwen is gonna.
Evidently, I missed some drama.
Yeah, Zenzi's will just borrow the cloak and then return it to Avery when they're back.
Yeah, just off the table. Gwen is suggesting that we work with the person who had initially almost killed Zenzi's in the last encounter we had. But this person is also the best bet we have for achieving our goal, as far as like. So it's a hot.
Zenzi's feels betrayed right now. So she's not speaking to Gwen.
Yeah. Gwen hasn't quite noticed that yet, though. So she's offering if you need.
And she's ignoring you.
Okay. Zinzi's with the brat energy. I like it.
Einar's just going to like lean down to Zinzi's and be like, if you want, I could totally swallow her.
Hold on. I have advantage on passive or perception checks. Can I hear that?
Perception versus deception here.
Nice. I literally get disadvantage in deception.
16 or 15.
That's a nat 1.
Yeah, you hear it. Einar thinks he's being very quiet. He forgets how much his voice carries.
No, dear. There's no need for that. Besides, I'm not easy on the stomach. And she sort of like wiggles her quills.
I don't know. I've eaten spikier.
Zenzi's just looks really fucking confused now at that.
Sarah, was it the wand of web? Or I can't find wand of entanglement.
It shows up for me on magic items. It is the wand of entangle, not entanglement. It says it requires attunement. I think that's dumb. Ignore that.
Okay.
Einar's going to do that whole, not like that kind of thing, like, well, if you're like reassuring something's okay, you give them like a little pat. Like, nah, it's okay. Like, come on. He's going to do that to Zinzi's, but he's going to do it with just his finger, like. and then he's just going to say like, "I've got your back."
Thanks.
and there's a whole load of me to get a really small back.
She's just gonna slowly nod, still very confused.
He's just gonna shrug and then like walk outside, swinging his new weapon.
I can't find it, but I can just humber it.
It's because it's from the Sunless Citadel. I will make sure that that is available to you.
Okay.
Content sharing.
I'll make a note of it under Finton here. So are we heading back then, or?
It's up to you if you guys have left yet or not.
Get a chance to grab stuff?
Well, we provide Mitch and Hannah with options later. Although I would say if we were to choose for them, I imagine one of the other fancy magic items, or the Ring of Dayranism for for Red, so that her father can't like track her if he finds someone magic to do it. But that'll be a suggestion. But
I'll retro this a little bit next time so that Hannah and pick up anything that they need.
Nice.
Amulet of too many advocates.
All right, is there anything else
Aside
that you
from
want to do while you're here?
aside from the biscuit recipe, Gwen is good, but she is going to try to talk to Zinzi's on the way back to the wherever we're going.
Okay. So you guys say your goodbyes to the speaker. She leaves you guys to the door, and please be careful. If you are harmed while you're out there, then, well, there's a lot resting on your shoulders here. We're
we'll
depending.
do our best.
Everything you've done has been very helpful, dear. Thank you so much.
Of course. And she shuts the door, and there is a lion sleeping on the mouse-strewn branch as you walk out. As you whistle to it, it ends up waking up, standing up, and following you guys out of the boughs.
This'll be fun to show up at the bar with.
Only you, Gerald, could summon a lion.
Technically, I didn't summon him. Sprinkles decided he couldn't just tell me what the bloody thing did. He decided to reach in, grab one of the things, and toss it. And it turned to a lion in the middle of the street, in the middle of the roots. It was a bloody mess.
That weasel is going to get all of us killed one day.
I mean, he's responsible for half the crazy shite we have to use, so I imagine he'll have also saved our lives about 100 times over.
Well, Gerald, if that isn't a good point, I don't know what is.
The end of a sword. The end of a sword is a very good point.
Aye.
Yes, I know. That is correct.
I'll have a nicer one hopefully tomorrow.
Zinzi's dear, may I have a word?
No.
Zinzi's, you know I would never suggest anything that would cause harm to you.
You suggest releasing a person who did cause harm to me.
Yes, to save thousands of people. I won't let her hurt you again.
Do I even believe that?
Insight versus persuasion.
I don't have persuasion.
19.
18.
18.
I could change a roll, but I won't.
Well, even still, it's not.
Because
you get the sense that Gwen is not lying about her intentions. Whether you believe she's able to hold up to that is entirely up to you because of the rules. She intends it, but whether or not you see it as she can uphold that promise, I'll leave to you because of the rules.
And when Will sort of sigh and summon her spear, the Shadow Blade. I may forgive, dear, but I never forget. Bandits took my husband from me, and 4 of my children.
You should understand why I don't trust working with her. And I turn and I walk away.
Gwen will sort of like, she'll like sort of like bow her head a little bit, and then like just sort of like hold on to the spear. And she'll like look at Gerald, and she'll look at Einar, and then she'll bell it. Well, we could try to do it without Frey, but I don't know if that would be any help to us.
Einar's going to kind of scratch at his chin and then look at Zinzi's walking away and be like, they are part of your clan. We look after clan before we look after anyone else. That is our way. And he's just going to then stand and simply walk after Zinzi's. I say walk, it's more like stomp.
More like you take 2 steps and you've caught up with her.
Step.
Yeah.
I imagine it that if Zinzi's allows it would just be like kind of 2 steps and then scoop the little squirrel up.
You are now sitting on a giant bear's hand.
You'll just sigh and droop her shoulders and just sit on his shoulder.
He puts her on his shoulder just like you are my little friend.
Gwen's gonna look at Gerald and just absentmindedly like scritch the lion's mane.
She needs time.
Yeah.
She's still adorable when she's mad, though.
She will fucking shoot you if you say that.
Hey, she said it. Whether or not you can hear it.
Did I hear it?
You have advantage on perception roll.
You have advantage on perception. You're up on a
Yeah,
shoulder.
you're a distance away.
That was only a 10.
Yeah, you don't hear it. Sorry.
I
was about to say, coupled with the fact that my steps are like 19 of yours.
We're far away at this point.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that with an earshot, but now that she's locked and loaded from range, I really don't want to. I've seen that bloody ridiculous gun do some damage to a tent. I'd rather it not see pointed at us. Definitely don't want to see pointed at me again. That was once was enough. Thank you.
Oh,
but I understand how she feels.
I do too. And I hated to suggest it, but what other options do we have?
Pure mindless carnage. That's the other options that we have.
You're not there. You're walking away with the squirrel.
I know that's out of character.
Well, we can at least offer something of the. I was thinking of the like to Bella. Ella. What was it?
Who are you talking about?
The leader of the
Benna.
Benna. Wow, I was way off. I have all my letters wrong.
You have invented a whole new person.
Yes, Ella, one of my exes. No, Benna might be feasible to accepting her as a hostage exchange, but we might not be able to bring her with us, which will cause complications. But this, even a worse suggestion, might be our best bet, or at least to grant us something of an audience. He looks particularly irritated.
Well, dear.
Is Barnabas.
Who's Barnabas?
For a long time, I called him father. But according to Conrad, he's the one who snatched me up. And snatched a few other hatchlings up for various purposes.
Oh dear. There's more to you than meets the eye.
I said I didn't join the coalition. I was raised in it. Born in it, technically. If you want to get technical, since I was stolen as an egg, I was born into it.
Were you also molded by it?
Indeed, I was indeed molded by it.
You hadn't seen normality until you were almost a man.
Zinzis is very fucking confused as Einar starts to like monologue to himself.
It's like waxing poetics about nothing in particular.
Einar at this point would just literally just be talking nonsense to Zinzi, just to try and bring them back to a sense of normality. Like he's just talking about something so ridiculous it can't exist. It's a huge island made of ice and snow with no trees as far as the eye can see, just mountains made of ice and snow, and talking about how apparently that's the best thing in the freaking world.
Zinzis literally does the head tilt. She's doing the squirrel head tilt. I'm so confused.
Do you want to pay Sprinkles another visit, my dear? Maybe we can get some last-minute provisions before we head out.
Well, I at least need to stick around until my sword's done. But I imagine he's still around. This at this point in time, he'll be happy to see his big furry friend.
Would you like to play a trick on him? We could try to make a return. How do you return a lion?
No, he's not that. He's mad. He's not daft. Exactly. He watched me walk out of the tent with the lion. It's not going to be that easy. Because I also don't want to give up this handy little bag of tricks.
Oh, I know, dear. I can part with this little cutie.
Well, we'll need to at the end of the day, but he'll come back eventually, depending on what this puffball decides to do. Oh. He still has the flute that we saw before. That has some healing effects, but I'm practically tapped on as far as money. Even though I probably swindled him again. I feel bad sometimes. I got this bag of holding and this bag of tricks, came with our friendly lion friend, for 50 gold and assorted parts of that great bloody snake. I think he intends to use one of the larger teeth as a greatsword. Given the size of them, I wouldn't put it past him. I did have some ideas, similar ideas, for the other large tooth that I still have. But that would require a very particular type of smith, I imagine.
Yeah. Would you say you need the best smith?
I don't know. Can Anar turn a giant snake's fang into a sword?
It actually specifically states that there are within the racial things of the Panzerbjorn. Actually, specifically states there's not many materials you cannot work with.
That is excellent. Something they will have to speak on that. But we could at least go see if there's anything he's willing to part with for a more reasonable price.
Just before you charge off and spend all your character's gold, like
Yeah, I know.
you'd speak to Einar about that.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely consult. I think Anar brought up that he was a smith. It's like, so do I need to consult a badger or should I consult you?
Even if he hasn't brought up he's a smith like several times when like maybe they've walked by like a sign or a piece of machinery or something, or even like looking at weapons, he'd have probably been like, nah, nope, that's shit. I'd have done that 10 times better. Like that kind of thing.
Oh, I imagine he's noticed that. He's perceptive. Most kind of. he noticed the mannerisms. Like, I might talk to Anna about that. But yes, we can go drop by and give everything a once over again. Feeling like a later at night stroll.
I think I have time before dinner. Here to escort an old lady. She puts her arm out.
He'll wrap his arm around hers. Oh, it would be just a delight. It's also a great number of stairs down to the roots.
Yes, I would want to trip and fall. That's a hazard for anyone in my path.
Yeah, I almost stripped earlier. Would have been hilarious. All right, so I guess we are heading down to Sea Sprinkle again.
You guys arrive in the roots outside of Sprinkle's tent. Sprinkle is also outside his tent. He is taking the smaller teeth that you sold him, and he's hanging them off of the front of the tent like little teeth. Like teeth hang, like the tent has teeth.
Oh my god, he's making a mimic.
Well, that is a lovely decoration, my good friend.
You're back.
Aye, I'm back.
Why?
Well, you wanted to do a little bit of window shopping? Or did Gwendolyn here some things you may have been interested in? I, of course, told you about some of the items I saw here. Hopefully they're not buried again. And we, you also didn't tell me how to unsummon the lion, so he's just sort of here.
Gwen is going to curtsy.
Don't stab it.
I don't want to stab him. He's a good boy.
Then you have a lion.
That's fair.
Always good to see you, dear.
Who are you?
I bought the trumpet from you.
Hey, what do you want? And he goes into the tent.
I have more teeth for you.
Really?
It seems you might be missing a few for your.
Come, just come in.
All right. I'm looking for something that could perhaps keep someone in check as far as keeping them from harming us or keeping them from harming others. Some sort of control device.
He goes through about 3 different boxes and then pulls out a pair of shackles.
Are those magical?
No, but they work. And he kind of shakes them and jingles them.
They don't seem to be worth even into. What do you think, Gerald?
I mean, honestly, we could probably get lent some from Conrad and his Birch Guard friends.
Even I carry rope with me everywhere.
No, of course. Have to do that.
Works better. Jingle, 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 jingle.
Can I inspect the shackles to see if they're even remotely of any use?
Don't. Are you
First, you definitely do not fit in this tent.
Oh, yeah, fair play.
This is a small tent.
or a ferret man?
I mean, somebody could pass them out to me.
Did you follow?
Gwen hasn't purchased them yet, and she's probably not going to. Do you have anything else? Sorry, what was your name?
Sprinkle.
Sprinkle. Gwen is trying to stay as poised and reserved as possible. Which is
While referring to the man as Sprinkle.
crazy. Fucking weasel. Perhaps do you have sending stones?
Little rock things? I got some little rock things. Hold on. And he goes like diving through a couple more boxes. Yes. Rock things.
Daryl, I don't think this tent is going to last much longer. We should get out of here. Yes, sending stones.
Something my tent.
It's eclectic. How much, dear? One tooth? One tooth for a set?
Are you insulting my tent?
No, it's different. Tell you what, Gerald, 2 teeth.
For what exactly?
A pair of sending stones and the shackles.
I mean, a couple of teeth would be good for the sending stones. How about 2 teeth for the sending stones, and you throw in the manacles for free?
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, good.
He gives you the like dirtiest look as he slowly hands you the rocks.
Are we getting 2 sets or just 1?
You asked for 2 sets, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take it. And then
Really
I'm
likes.
sorry, dear. Let me assist you with the teeth. And
I don't need help.
yeah, but look, I can. And she like creates like little vines in her hands.
Make a persuasion check.
I can help you string them up. 13.
13.
Yeah. I have 2 for persuasion.
You also rolled a 13.
Ooh.
I can clean my own teeth.
All right.
Back to the tent flap and starts like sewing in the next tooth.
Okay. Sure, let's go get some dinner.
That sounds like a great plan.
So we're a hedge who's like middle-aged woman, a bard who's a bird, who's an owl,
And you're lying.
carrying manacles, and a lion just trailing behind.
And a giant walking polar bear with a squirrel on his shoulder.
I squirrel.
I
Anyone hurts my squirrel, I
Wait.
break them.
Did they come with us? I thought they went back somewhere else.
No, we would have followed.
Wherever Angar goes.
You're
The part's just following. I love this
He's
part.
my emotional support polar bear, okay? I go where he goes.
It's not even a lie. Like Einar at this point is basically just like, hey, Red or Zinzies, y'all need shit? Cool. Let me do it. Like you piss off either of them and you got an angry polar bear on your ass. So like at this point he is basically Zinzi's emotional support polar bear.
That's
Who
adorable.
also has
support
a
polar
great
bear
axe.
/ hitman.
slash hit. What do you mean by hitman? Well, if things need hit, he hits them.
He hits them good with battle axe. Or if it's small enough, he just squish.
If you could sum him up in a quote, it's literally just Ivan Drago from Rocky IV. I must break you.
If he dies, he dies.
You just backhanded that.
Scene.
You just backhanded that ferret into a wall, man. Why would you do that? If he dies, he dies. Yeah, like
Out of nowhere. It's a weasel.
yeah, like Einar is like most definitely just like sticking with Zinzi's and making sure like Zinzi's okay. But I'm pretty sure if I didn't say it, I meant to say it. That as they walked off in their direction, Einar would have like turned. Like he would have like rerouted.
Yeah.
Rerouting. Make a left. Make a U-turn.
You just turned me into Mr. Big from Zootopia. The little fucking shrew who has all the polar bear henchmen.
Oh shit, yeah.
It's
I
just part of my mafia.
So here for this because now I need Judy Hopps looking at the daughter going, "Oh my god, I love your hair."
Thank you. Love your dress. Oh, thank you.
Now I need Zinzi's to at some point in this campaign look at Einar and say ice him.
Ice him.
That would be great.
Hello to grandmama. Ice him.
I sold him a rug.
For
But
oh, sweet cheese and crackers.
I just love that. Oh, sweet cheese and crackers.
Here's the thing: I can totally see Red selling someone a fucking rug made out of a skunk's butt, though.
yeah, a giant skunk too, just like an unreasonable giant skunk.
Like
And Mop Mafia.
if such a thing exists, a dire skunk.
A dire skunk. Sold to the Mop Mafia. Oh, dinner. Now I have to convince the bartender to let the fucking lion stay in my room.
Take it dinner. Yeah. So where are you guys going now?
I mean, I could just put the lion down. I think it just takes one shot.
I don't know. I had to look at the stat block for his health.
Oh no, no killing the lion.
God, it was
Okay.
so morbid.
Hey, shoot it. No, he's a good boy.
Cox
Okay.
gun. I think I can put it out of its misery. We're going to go first Cav style on this motherfucker.
Always remember, rule number 2, double tap.
I make the first Cav joke because my sister is first Cav. And the fucking tradition in first Cav, when they still had horses, when the horse had to be put down, gun to the head. Now they make the same joke when they retire helicopters.
Let's see. He has a 12 armor class and has 26 hit points.
Yeah, I could beat with 2 hits. Not even 2 hits. 1 hit and 1 small sneeze.
Yeah, no. We're just gonna let the time run out, Probably it'll disappear sometime in the night. Well, it's probably flopped on top of Gerald. Suddenly, the bear is rushing next to it. I sleep here. Gerald's like, oh, okay. It's like one of those like Great Danes that thinks it's a lap dog, so it tries to sleep on your chest and it almost suffocates you.
Big dogs are lap dogs, whether you like it or not.
whether there was enough lap
If they,
for them or not.
if they could fit in your lap when they were puppies, they're lap dogs.
Yeah, I'm a
So every dog is a lap dog.
Every
yes.
I don't like the idea of someone who tries to tell a Tibetan Mastiff you're not a lap dog.
Those are bears. Those aren't dogs.
Every dog is a lap dog as long as you're not a little bitch.
I'm only a little bitch about my dog Ginger being a lap dog because she is bony ass fucking knees and she drives them into my thigh.
You know, the Tibetan Mastiffs that just look like lions, those are lap dogs. Those are floofy lap dogs.
They're big floofy boys. We have derailed heavily.
These could ride one in battle.
love it.
I think we were going to head back to the tavern.
Yeah.
It's dinner time.
You head back to the tavern to get yourself some food. You walk into the tavern, you're followed by a lion, and Finton at first has a look of why, and then has a look of I don't think I care, and goes back to work.
Is it a look of I don't think I care, or is it a look of you know what? Don't bother.
It's like nope,
No,
not today.
Not dealing with this.
He'll scoot one of the chairs. He'll scoot one of the chairs at their usual table aside, so the lion could gonna sit up at the table. And go, I'm people too.
Yeah, there was a table next to the table you're at. They've left.
Oh no!
They
Like
haven't
no,
left the bar. They've just moved.
that's entirely fair. Oh, I'm glad you eventually disappear. Although I'll miss you. I really will. Fenton, can I get an I don't even know this thing. I don't know if this thing eats or not, but I feel like I should feed it. Do you have a rare steak?
I think I can arrange that. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I just have to ask.
Uh, I met the weasel again, and he gave me a bag of tricks. It's a magical thing, and he threw one of the balls in it, and it turned into this. And now I'm stuck with him until it wears off.
That answer did not help.
It's the only answer I can give you. It's the whole story.
But I'll give you your steak.
Thank you much.
After a while, he comes out with you guys' meals and a raw steak.
I give steak to Lion.
Lion happily eats steak.
Yay! Give pets. Oh.
Bag of Tricks is probably one of my favorite magical items in all of D&D.
I'm sorry, I have to be on brand as Paige. Zinzi's eats chicky nuggies.
Yes.
So exciting.
She's an absolute child, okay? She always has pancakes in the morning, chicky nuggies at night. And she can murder you.
She will shoot you in the fucking face.
She will shoot you over McDonald's fries.
Damn.
Oh, it's getting late. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there
Einar will just eat steak.
cooked or raw? Since apparently
Raw.
Frank's gonna get raw. Raw? Okay.
or at the very least, very, very rare.
I doubt they will have delicacies from his homeland in the icy north.
Probably not. But they'll probably put at least some color on it and some nice seasonings. He's just like, tasty.
All right. Since you guys seem to be winding down for the evening, is there anything else you guys want to do tonight?
Oh, Gerald will look over to Anar, and he will hold up the great big, the last remaining of the great big snake's teeth. Anar, lad, I think you offhandedly mentioned before you were a smith, eh? At least you've been looking at some of them weapons with a very discerning eye.
He's going to kind of smile proudly and say, my people are my people were the greatest smiths that are in any of the lands.
I'll hold you to that since I don't know many smiths. Could you make any kind of sword out of this seer's tooth? Comes from a giant constrictor snake.
Teeth they're difficult to make swords out of. They do not hold their edge, but I can do this.
There's no rush to it. It's sort of a pet project in mind, but I imagine a bone weapon might hold poison better.
It is porous, so the venom would take to the bone more than it would take to metal. Or that is my knowledge of it, at least. So yes.
Just in case we come up against something that like steel. But I'll draw you up some plans as far as design, and then we can see about getting what you need. I have I'll trust the craftsmanship to a master craftsman. Yeah, that's all I wanted to propose the idea, Dana.
You'll just kind of nod, like, okay, we can do this.
Anybody else want to do anything for this evening?
Gwen's just kind of quietly knitting at the table, eating her food in between.
Of course she is.
Zenzies will just eat and chat with Red.
Okay. All right. If that's all we have, then we can probably wrap it up here. It's a little shorter than normal, guys, but we are short a couple players.
Yeah.
So forgive us for that. I hope that you enjoyed Humblewood, and we will pick it up here in 2 weeks' time. Since I never really do announcements, if you enjoy seeing us be insane, most of us are part of Gem Kingdom Chronicles regularly every Friday on twitch.tv/turn-to-page 394 on Fridays at 9 Eastern Standard Time. And then there's also a game, World of Pandora, on the alternating Mondays, same channel, that is run by Red, who's not here tonight.
Yeah.
And then Brandon here DMs a shit ton of games / is part of a shit ton of games.
D&D is my life. Yeah, I have I have like 3 campaigns featured in one world. So I've got pirate-based Tides of Chaos. That is every Friday at... Oh, I'm going to get this wrong. It's been a while since I've done this. Which is Friday at 5 p.m. CST. I believe that means 6 p.m. EST.
You and I are 5 hours apart, and I'm EST.
Right, okay. So yeah, 5 p.m. CST, 6 p.m. EST. On Saturdays, we have our hero campaign, formerly at the moment known as the Girl Squad, because it's all females, which is 12 p.m. CST, so 1 p.m. EST. And then we have on Sundays our Villains campaign, which is 10 a.m. CST, so 11 a.m. EST. Yeah, and then I'm doing this, and I'm doing Pandora.
So come join us be absolute morons playing D&D all the fucking time.
Crap, yeah. My games are on twitch.tv/Viking Boyo. That's BOYO. That's what I should have said to begin.
And starting mid-November, I am going to be out of work. So I might try to start running Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Ooh.
I'm debating if I want to do it. Last time I tried to run this game, the party I got together never got back to me with their schedule, so I had to scrap it.
That's never fun.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of possibly running something at least while I'm on break before I go back to work, and then figuring out from there if I'm going to continue running it or not, just to get some more DM hours under my belt.
Me.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Who I'm pretty sure it's the one person watching us right now.
Probably Kitsune.
Probably Kitsune.
Yeah.
But thank you for checking out our craziness and have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.